Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving into something huge for pretty much anyone who works on the web, React. Specifically, React 19 is here, and trust me, this is way more than just another update. It's a fundamental shift in how we're all going to be building our applications.
And yeah, that quote right there really hits the nail on the head. So if you're expecting just a few minor tweaks, well, you're in for a surprise. We're talking about a core change in how React even thinks, all with the goal of making our apps faster and our code way simpler.
So let's kick things off with the big why. React has been on top for years. So why rock the boat now? Well, the simple answer is that the web itself, it never, ever stops changing. This evolution is a direct response to the brand new challenges we're all facing today.
And that's really the heart of it. The demands on the web today are just intense. Users expect pages to load instantly, they want those buttery smooth interactions, and for us, the developers, we're craving tools that do the heavy lifting for us, that automate all the tricky optimization stuff. React 19 is basically the team's big answer to all of that.
Okay, now for the fun part. Let's meet the new toolkit. We're going to break down the brand new features and concepts that you absolutely need to know about. This is the stuff that's really going to change your day-to-day work. First up, we have to talk about the headliner, the absolute star of the show, the React compiler. So what is it? Well, think of it like a super smart assistant that automatically optimizes your code. You know, all that manual memoization we've been doing for years? Wrapping things in use memo and use callback just to stop them from re-rendering all the time? The compiler is designed to make all of that just disappear.
And this is why it matters so much. It's literally like putting your app's performance on autopilot. The compiler just figures it out for you. This is a huge deal. It takes performance tuning, which used to be this manual, tricky thing that was easy to mess up, and just automates it. The result? Your apps are faster by default, and your code gets a whole lot cleaner without all that boilerplate.
All right, next up is suspense. Now, suspense isn't exactly brand new. It's kind of been lurking in the background for a while. But with React 19, it's finally front and center, fully stable, and ready to go. The concept is super simple. You just wrap a component and tell React, hey, while this thing is off fetching data, just show this loading spinner in its place.
So why is this so cool? Well, for the user, the experience is just better. Way better. No more staring at a blank page or seeing the whole layout jump around while things load in. Instead, you get these really smooth, seamless transitions. And for us developers, it means we have a built-in, elegant way to handle all those loading states without writing a ton of messy, custom code.
Okay, let's talk about use effect. Use effect. If you're a React developer, you know the pain. That dependency array, it's the source of so many headaches, right? Accidental re-renders, maybe even the dreaded infinite loop. We've all been there. Well, get ready for the solution, a new hook called useEffectEvent. The magic here is it lets you create a function that doesn't change between renders, so you don't have to put it in the dependency array, which means no more unnecessary re-renders. It's a huge quality of life improvement.
And hey, this whole revolution isn't just happening on the client side. React 19 is making massive leaps on the server too. React Server Components, or RSCs, are now stable, which lets you render chunks of your app on the server before they even hit the browser. You combine that with awesome stuff like streaming and partial pre-rendering, and what do you get? Users see meaningful content on the screen way faster.
All right, so you're probably thinking, this all sounds great, but how do I actually upgrade my existing app without breaking everything? That is the million-dollar question, isn't it? So let's talk about making that upgrade and what the path to React 19 really looks like.
And here's the best part. You don't have to do a massive, terrifying rewrite all at once. The recommended path is gradual. Step 1, just make sure your app is up to date with the latest version of React 18. Then, maybe on a separate, safe branch, start playing with these new features one component at a time. It's all about a slow and steady migration, not a big bang.
And if you're wondering if it's really worth the effort, just take a look at this. This is a pretty typical example. For a dashboard app, using things like server components and the new compiler could lead to a really significant drop in your JavaScript bundle size. We're talking going from 1.2 megs down to 800 kilobytes. That's a huge difference, and less code simply means a faster site for everyone.
But of course, it's not all just magic. With any big upgrade, you've got to watch out for a few things. A heads up, some older APIs you might be using are going away, so you will need to refactor that code. You'll also want to double-check that your tools, your linters, your bundlers, the whole shebang are ready for React 19.
And yeah, you'll need to wrap your head around some new, more efficient patterns.
So let's pull back for a second and look at the really big picture here. What does all of this add up to? What is this new reality for React? Here's the bottom line. This is not just another version bump. This is React evolving. It's moving from a library that you have to constantly tune by hand to a smart, automated platform that just works. It's becoming more server-aware, more integrated, and really a more holistic framework for building modern web applications.
And that really leads to the final and maybe most exciting question of all. With React handling so much of the optimization grunt work for you, what are you going to build with all that time you get back? Because when we spend less time on manual performance tweaks, we can spend more time on the stuff that really matters, creating incredible user experiences and innovative features. The future of React is here, and it is looking very, very bright.